Hi everyone, it's Natalie here, and today I'm going to be talking about how to write blog posts for your nutrition business that get you clients, right? Sometimes all the effort you put into blogging seems like a lot of effort to no avail when you don't see any results from it and you don't see that you're actually getting clients from the content you're putting out. So I'm going to show you my step-by-step process of how to actually fix this and how to use content effectively to actually grow your business. Before we get into this video, I am excited to announce that the free one-to-one consult with me about the Grow Your Impact program has a couple of spots that have opened up. So if that's something you're interested in, go below in the description, click on that link to learn more, or wait to the end of the video to essentially have the full announcement on that. So let's dive right in. First off, why am I qualified to teach you about content? First off, I know so much about blogging, SEO-wise, content-wise, and I've actually worked with some really big nutrition brands in helping them to build up their content and use their content strategically to actually get clients. One of those clients of mine is actually Sun Warrior Protein Powders and Supplements. I am a regular contributor of their blog and used to be even more so in the past. And so I'm going to be showing you all of my tips that I use with their blog, right, to get them more clients. And then how I've taught this to my own nutrition expert clients, let's say you're a nutritionist or a dietitian, to show them how to use this strategically for their business so that they can get clients from blog posts as well. All right, so first of all, one of the most important steps for you to realize is you've got to know your ideal client that you want to reach like the back of your hand. If you don't know them that well, writing blog posts will seem kind of, just informational and scientific and not fun to read, and you're not going to get any clients from those. So first off, we need to use our ideal client's language when we speak to them. What I do first whenever I am starting a blog post is you want to write 1 to 2 paragraphs about how the topic that you chose for your blog post is essentially relates to the current situation they're facing. Let's say that you're writing a blog post about SIBO. What you need to start talking about in paragraph 1 to 2 is about how their gut health affects their life and how it actually might be because they have SIBO or something to that effect. That's just an example, everybody. But essentially what we want to do in those 1 to 2 paragraphs is not educate people. We just want to talk about what they're facing, what they might be feeling right now, and how this blog post is going to tell them all the things that they need to know to actually fix this problem. All right. Now, another way to really, really engage with your audience when you're writing blog posts is to use storytelling. I recommend using storytelling all the time. This is something I regularly used to do in Sun Warrior all the time, and it's so helpful because what happens is someone's reading it, they're getting A, valuable information, and B, it's actually, has some personalization to it, engages the reader. It causes them to want to read more. They connect with you, right? Which is something we really, really want, because we don't want your article to be dry, just scientific facts. So how can you do this? You can use your own story in your life. Let's say that you help people with developing a better relationship with food and body, and you could tell your own story in your blog article a little bit so that it really engages people. People get to know you better, they get some valuable information, and it's a great way to really connect with your audience and get them to trust you. Another great tip is to use a list. These things rank high when it comes to SEO, or if we're not trying to just do this SEO wise, if we want someone to actually, let's say we post it on our Instagram or our Facebook and we're promoting it, those are more clickable titles. We want things to be clickable, right? So let's say 10 ways to reduce your stress after work. Let's say you're going after busy professionals and they live stressful lives. That's a great way, and it's super clickable, right? Lists are very clickable. 5 ways to meal prep in the morning. I don't know. That's a horrible title. All right. But lists are a great way. We don't want to do that every time, but you definitely want to do those regularly. Another great thing to do is to make your writing conversational. We don't want this to sound like an academic paper. Those days are over. Academic papers, do anyone read them for fun? Does anyone read them for fun? Not unless you are a nutrition professional, which these people who are going to be reading this aren't nutrition professionals. So let's write to them, not to nutrition professionals. So what do I mean by that? Essentially, we want our language and how we write this article to be very conversational, even if that means that it's slightly, not always 100% grammatically correct. I'm a big person on grammar. I used to love grammar. I'd be like, oh, you actually need to say whom instead of who here, right? And all that other stuff. And I now do none of that because I want my writing to be very conversational and readable, and, people will consume it easier and keep reading when it's more easily consumable. So a great way to do this is to not talk in we or I, or to say our, and talk about things in like the grand scheme of society. Our society is this. One of the things that I've seen everyone deals with. Instead, we want to talk directly to them. We want to use second person to do that. So, do you struggle with IBS, right? If you are, we want to use the word you all the time. It connects with the reader. They feel like you're talking about them, and they're more engaged when you use that type of language. Now, last but not least, we want to end the article in one of 2 ways. We can either summarize the article, which is perfectly fine, and I still recommend doing that occasionally so that we're not always pushing for a sell of something. But another great way of actually getting clients from your blog posts is to essentially position yourself as the solution to their problem. So you just built your authority by writing this blog post. Now, a great thing for you to do is to say, if you want to know more about doing this, I offer let's say you have a discovery call, or you offer a free 15-minute call, or whatever it is that you do, right? Put that at the end and then have the little link there so that someone can click on that and they can potentially book a call with you. And it's a great way to get clients from your blog post as well. So I hope this video was valuable for you. If it was, be sure to like the video, comment below what you want me to talk about next in next week's video. Be sure to subscribe, hit that notification bell, right? And if you're wanting more information about the free one-to-one consult, essentially this is for people who are ready to take the next step in their business. And they know that they are amazing at helping people, but maybe they're not so amazing at the business marketing and sales side of things. And in order to reach your full potential and to really grow your impact, you have to know that business marketing and sales side of things. So if that sounds like you and you're really wanting to dive deep and you want to go all in and you're really looking for someone to guide you, help you so that you can just follow a roadmap, right? And get to where you want to be, then go to the link in the description of this video and be sure to book a call with me. All right, I'll see you next Friday.